Good morning, friends and family. Rise and shine. I hope that you guys are feeling blessed today. I hope that you went through your morning positive mental default setting this morning. I hope that you're just feeling great. Listen, I wanted to share something with you, just a praise, really. I just wanted to share something. Obviously, it's extraordinary, but I went through it after I got shot, and I didn't. This is not part of the first part of my testimony, and so I just wanted to share it with you because of just how miraculous it is. I just want to encourage you that God can do anything in any realm. Like He reaches His hand down out of the heavens, out of the kingdom, and moves things around in this world for us. So after I got shot, I don't know. It was maybe a year, 10 months to a year later. My wife was headed off to yoga to get trained how to be a yoga teacher, and and it was expensive for her to go do that, and she had to go to California and so on and so forth. But we went and met with a bankruptcy attorney before she went because I had well over $500,000 in medical bills from being shot. Right? I mean, two different groups of police cars, ambulances, helicopters showed up and care flighted me. I mean, it was very expensive. I had multiple surgeries, so on and so forth. And so we visited with a bankruptcy attorney, and the bankruptcy attorney basically said, listen, whatever you do, don't call the hospital and start asking them a bunch of questions, because then they're going to get your number, they're going to get your contact information, and they're going to hammer you about these collections, about these debts that you have. And so I was like, yeah, that makes sense, and I frankly I believe that, and so we agreed, I wasn't going to call him or whatever. But so Sammy left, my wife left and headed to California, and I was, at home, and I was just sitting on the couch the second day after she was gone. It might even have been the day that she left. I remember just sitting on the couch and just being so mad at the fact that I couldn't call them and ask them how much I owed them. And just the nature of the advice that I got from the bankruptcy attorney. I was like, man, I don't want to play this game. So I called them. I called the I called the hospital, and so I got through to the person that I was supposed to speak to, and I gave them my name, my social security number, my address, and everything. And I was like, okay, so what do I owe you? And the guy on the other end was like, hold on one second, let me get these charges pulled up. And I'm like, geez. And so he goes, yeah, I've got three here for you. And I'm like, three? Okay, let's hear them. And so he's like, so the first one's like, I think the first one he said it was like $250. Second one was for $112. And then the third one was like for $280. It was all together like 450 or $470. All three bills together was $470. And I was laughing. I was like, okay, look, you got the wrong guy. This can't be right. It just can't be right. You understand that I was there. I was in intensive care for 10 days. I had several operations. Like, they took a bullet out of my spine. Like, I didn't have an ingrown toenail. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was like, something's wrong. He's like, this is it, sir. This is it. And I was like, you know what? You may have heard before. You may have heard someone tell you the check is in the mail. But let me tell you something right now. If what you're telling me is that I will have a zero balance from you, and you can provide me something in writing that says if I pay you this balance, I'll have a zero balance. Whenever I tell you the check is in the mail, brother, the check is in the mail. And I just couldn't believe it. And I still don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. The maximum fund for a crime victim in this city was $50,000. And I just assumed that I qualified for that. But there was hundreds of thousands of dollars that were left over. And, you know, at the time, I told you guys in my testimony, I had only been a Christian for 8 months. The church that I started going, the reason that I started going to the church that I started going to is because the flyer that we got in the mail said, the church for those who don't do church. And I was like, perfect. That's for me. And so either way, it was just such a miraculous thing God did in my life. Like one of many of the things that he has done that's like mind blowing. Like what? I mean, when the guy told me that I owed him $450, I was like, what? Wait, no, wrong. And it just goes to show you, man, God moves things around. I don't know who did what. I don't know if it was a glitch. I don't know if somebody was generous. I don't know if somebody at the hospital made a mistake. Like, I don't know. This is what I do know. I got a little sheet of paper that says I don't owe them a penny. And I had canceled my insurance just a few days before I got shot. Because I told my wife, I mean, I was 32. I was like, babe, I hadn't been to the doctor since I was born. I mean, I don't get hurt. I don't get sick. I ain't worried about it. So I hope that inspires you. I hope it comforts you. You know, listen, God doesn't have to make plan Bs for us. He can just speak things into existence. He can make things go away and appear at the sound of his voice. God is good. He is for you. I hope that you are blessed. I hope you have a wonderful day. Can't wait to see you guys again tomorrow.